can he have the same impact on the Clippers if they win the title? That's the only way. The only way you can have the same impact for the Clippers, the Raptors, is if he wins the title. There has been any
this year.
That's what you're saying. Eventually.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
he wins a title. Until he wins a title in Los Angeles, he will not have the impact he had in Toronto because Kawhi's legacy is a word thrown around too often, so very narrow. Kawhi's legacy in Toronto is based purely off of 6 weeks in the postseason. He was not some great regular season player for them. He was good. He was the best player on their team. He was himself.
He was one of the top players in the league. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, I mean, he was second-team All-NBA, second-team All-Defense, played 3 out of 4 games throughout the season, and they were a 59-win team the year before he got there. They're on pace to, they won 58 last year, and they're on pace to win 58 this year. The difference was Toronto was a team that couldn't get over the hump in the postseason. That was either because the hump was LeBron James or just the organization, whether it was Dwayne Casey's fault, he was the fall guy for it, or otherwise, couldn't do it. And Kawhi was sensational in the postseason last year from really the first game of the postseason, which they lost to Orlando. He made a huge shot in the corner late in that game. That shot right there, what they did against Giannis and the Bucks, and then, of course, in the NBA Finals. But this is, Kawhi has put himself in, I would consider, a bit of an awkward position compared to last season, which was last year he handled being traded to a place he did not want to go to beautifully. He didn't allow any noise.
Right.
He played. Nobody really gave him any flack for the load management because he was coming off a major injury. When he played excellent. And I don't think they would have. If he'd have missed that shot against the Sixers and they lose in overtime, I don't think people would have killed him for it. I think people would have said, hey, Kawhi did his job because you didn't have the championship expectations that you now have. Things are different now. He gets to go to the place he wants to go to. He helps orchestrate a trade where they remake the team around getting Paul George. He's missing time again, and they're trying to go head-to-head with the Lakers. So how can he do it? He's got to go win the title. And I know that's unfair, but I don't think it's unfair. I know that's a lofty goal, but that is, to me, the only way to match what he did in Toronto. To me, that's obvious.
No, I totally agree. And I mean, look, what he did in Toronto was just spectacular. I mean, that is one of the greatest runs in recent NBA history because you go to a team for 1 year, and I was saying from the beginning, he could win a championship there and still go to the Clippers. Because at that point, it looked like everybody was saying he's going to the Clippers. And that's, of course, what happened. So to make the most out of 1 year, that's why Toronto will give him a celebration, a coronation. There is no way there could be any ill feelings from the Raptors fans for Kawhi Leonard.
And he didn't mislead them.
No.
He didn't lead them on.
No.
Because he didn't allow any noise to come with it.
One great year, and he hit the only game-winning Game 7 buzzer beater in NBA history.
Yep.
So you got to give him credit for that. Now, to your point, he definitely has to win a championship with the Clippers. I mean, you could say he has to bat 1,000 with the Clippers, win the title every year to equal what he did in Toronto, which he will not do. But he is fully capable of winning a championship. Now, we both picked the Lakers. I feel confident in that pick, but I also feel like the Clippers are capable of beating the Lakers.
And
I think they have a chance.
Do you think they're their biggest competition?
Yes. I mean, Milwaukee is playing great, but the Clippers have two. I mean, some people might say Lou Williams has become a star.
Sure.
So 2, maybe 3 stars. They got a championship coach. They've got great depth, chemistry. Everybody knows their role, and they're hungry. Milwaukee's got 1 star. I mean, I don't know if we're ready to start calling Chris
star.
Right.
Well, he's the star that Lou Williams is. So they superstars.
So let's say
superstar 2-1, no doubt about it.
Budenholzer's a good coach. Some people thought he had his struggles in the playoffs last year, not Doc Rivers. So, yeah, I think the Clippers are their toughest competition. Kawhi Leonard, look, I get it. He's shooting a career low from the field right now.
He hasn't been very good since Halloween.
But when you watch, I give you the numbers, but when you watch the game, his impact on the game. Yeah, I hear you. I'm with you. I'm against the load management too. But when he plays, his impact is incredible. He's a mid-range assassin. He's so tough and physical defensively. You just hate playing against him.
So then I will ask you, does it matter if he wins the championship? Does it matter how he wins the championship?
No.
You don't care if he load manages his way right through a title, if he wins the title?
No. If he wins the title,
doesn't matter
then
how.
it's, I would argue, the ripple effects as far as the impact on other players and teams engaging in this level of load management is going to potentially be damaging for the league.
Agreed.
People think I got something against Kawhi. I cross
Just
my
a
heart,
little,
I
sir?
do not.
A little?
No. It is scary to me because of how much I love the NBA that if this level of load management infects the rest of the league, then they really do have to remake the season, remake the schedule. We have to look at so many different things that you and I were joking about off the air yesterday, like the top 75 after 75 years. These types of ways that one of the reasons NBA's popularity is NBA Twitter and the lists and the debates, and all of it changes if it starts being play 60 of 80.
I agree.
And so that's what I'm apprehensive about. Nobody ever thought I had anything against Kawhi Leonard until this season started and he started missing 1 out of 4 games when he said it's the best he's ever felt. He's missing a bigger percentage of games this year than he did last year. And the other thing that I pushed back on was the revisionist. I know the playoffs matter more than the regular season, no doubt, but they can't be the only thing that matters. The revisionist history of Kawhi Leonard being the best player in the league, it's just a conversation that never existed in NBA circles anywhere until 2 weeks in May and June. Last year, who were discussed as the best players in basketball? LeBron, Durant, Giannis, Steph, Harden. How many people did we have to go down? I mean, in MVP voting, Dame and Jokic finished ahead of him last year.
But he was punished because of, and he's basically foregoing regular season accolades.
Yep.
Like I had him on my 3rd team All-NBA.
Because he didn't play enough.
Yeah, that was the only reason, but he didn't play enough. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that he's load managing like this. And what I've said, and I'll say it again, if you load manage like he is, you better win the championship. If they don't win the title, there will be backlash. If he comes back next year after going out in the 2nd round of the Western Conference Finals and load management, there's going to be a lot of backlash.
In a different way, like if the Lakers get it to the NBA Finals, and now I know some people love throwing LeBron's finals record in his face, but set that part of his side. If LeBron and Anthony Davis both play 75, 78 games, and they go to the NBA Finals, and they lose a war to the Milwaukee Bucks, I think a lot of people, myself included, would say that is a hell of a season. That is a successful season. It might be a little disappointing, but a successive season because of what they did
lose to the Bucks
throughout the regular season. Yeah, because sometimes it's somebody's time. Maybe it's Giannis's time. The Clippers, it's first or last for them this year because of the way they are positioning the regular season as preseason, which is what they're doing.
Well, he's not load managing tonight as he returns to Toronto to play his former team. We shall see. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.